Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael and I'm on a financial journey to becoming completely debt-free while also increasing my assets and net worth to be valued at over $1 million. In today's video, I'm actually going to be updating my net worth for the month of July. It has actually been 2 months since I've taken an inventory of where my net worth's at. I know that we are going to be actually seeing some nice growth in terms of my assets. If you may remember, one of my most recent videos I posted talked about how I accidentally contributed way more than I wanted to towards my Roth IRA. But in this video in particular, we will take a look at how my liabilities and debts are dwindling down and decreasing while my assets on the positive side of things are actually increasing and going up, which is good. I like to use Google Sheets to track my net worth. I think it makes it really easy to do. So in just a second, we're gonna flip frames and we're gonna head over and look at my spreadsheet for how I track my net worth. Let's go. Now that we have the spreadsheet pulled up, I've actually taken the liberty to go ahead and figure out what the values of my assets are going to be. I don't have them listed because we're going to do this in real time together. I have them written down in a little Microsoft notepad over here so I can see them. But first, what we're going to do, we're going to tackle the easier side of things, which is looking at the liabilities. You may notice that I only have two liabilities, two debts outstanding, which is my government loan and my mortgage loan. So those are the only two debts I carry right now, which is, I guess, a good relieving feeling to have, considering I used to have a car loan, I used to have multiple Sallie Mae loans. Now I'm just down to my government student loans and my mortgage. However, if you look at those numbers at the time of the last filming, they are still pretty high. But I am working on it. I am trying to get them specifically the government loan paid off. I've talked about how I'm doing that with saving up student loan payments. Go check out some of my student loan transfer videos that I've recently posted where I've talked about the progress I'm gaining with that. But let's go ahead first and look at the liabilities column because there's only two things we need to put in. Number one, we are going to look at the government loan. Now, the government loan value that I'm going to put over here for the month of July is still the same, $71,407.15. Now, you might be asking yourself, I thought you said you were working on this, that you're saving up payments, and I am. Instead of deducting the amount from this column here, we're just simply going to be adding how much I'm saving for these loans up here in the savings and cash column, the one I'm highlighting right here. So we'll get to that in a second, but right now we're just going to leave it at $71,407.15. I obviously don't have Sallie Mae anymore, and I don't have a car loan anymore. Woohoo! So the last thing we need to take a look at then with my liabilities is the mortgage. And the mortgage at the time of filming, I think for me, the mortgage loan is more of a, I don't want to say discouraging, that might sound too harsh, but you don't see much progress with this, even though I pay $1,059 every month towards the mortgage. The way amortization rates and mortgage payoffs work, I think I said that right, is that in the first several years of paying off your home loan, a lot of it goes towards interest and tax, like property taxes and insurance. So very little of it goes towards the principal. So this number I'm going to put in here doesn't seem like there's been a huge amount of change. I was kind of rather discouraged to see this, but it is what it is. And I actually think the statements for my mortgage are behind on where they should be. So right now, at the time of filming, it's $132,684.32. Well, 32 cents. So not much of a change actually since May. But anyway, let's now take a look at the total debt. My total debt now is $204,091.47, which sounds like a lot. We got to take into account that there's a home mortgage loan in there. So that definitely increases it. Obviously, once I get this government loan paid off, that will be quite a bit lower. So let's switch over now to the asset column. Now, the assets, we are going to be putting in pretty much different amounts for everything on here this month. which is cool, I guess, except some of them are going to go down. I don't know what the totals are going to be yet because I have not filled everything out. I've just gotten the values, but I don't know the totals. So we're going to do this in real time together. So stay tuned. All right, so let's look at the 401k column. 401ks right now for me, which is something that is just, I guess I passively invest into. It's set to just auto invest. It comes right out of my paycheck, as most 401ks do with your employer. And right now that is at $9,050. Wait, said that wrong. It is at $9,576,046. Nice. And look at that. The font didn't work out, even though I fixed it beforehand. Sorry about that, guys. There. Okay, so $9,576,046 for the 401k. I think I said that right. I'm not going to go say it again. My house value, I did recently check up on this. I've kept it at this $165,000 for quite some time, but I double checked again recently, like 3 days ago, and it's gone up. It has gone up according to Zillow, which I know is not a super accurate way to figure out your home value, but it gives me somewhat of a baseline thing to look at. And right now I'm at $169,000. Oh no, I said that wrong. $169,800. So nice, little increase there to the home value. I'm not really looking to sell my home anytime soon, but it is nice to have an asset that goes up in value. Moving on now to my car loan. Now I did say each one of these things is going to be changing because it's stayed at $15,500 now for quite some time. This is actually one of the things that's going to be changing and going down, which really shouldn't be much of a surprise. Vehicles tend to depreciate, especially regular vehicles like mine. It's just a Hyundai Elantra. So I use Kelley Blue Book, put in how many miles are on my vehicle right now. I need to know where I lived and how long I've owned the vehicle. And Kelley Blue Book told me that my vehicle is now sitting at a value. It kind of gave me two different values, but it gave me an average of $13,674. So we've gone down a little bit, which isn't surprising. That's what vehicles tend to do. For a while it stayed up there because the used car market was nuts and kind of still is, I think. I haven't taken too much of an interest in it, but whatever. That's where we're at. That's just part of life that most vehicles tend to lose value. Now moving on to savings and cash. And this is the area I just mentioned previously when talking about liabilities and my government loan, that all the saved payments that I'm saving for my government student loans are categorized in this category. So savings and cash is anything I have in my bank account, anything I put away for my government student loans, and my sinking funds, cash reserves that I have. So savings and cash right now is sitting at $21,196. Nice. So as you can see from May, that's quite a big jump. It's about $5,000 jump, give or take. The reason for that mainly is not because my regular savings account with my bank is increasing, because it's not really, but my Ally Savings at Bank, where I keep my government student loan payment reserve, that's definitely been increasing. Right now it's sitting at $10,500. So that's why this savings and cash has gone up quite substantially since May. Now, looking at my Roth IRA, this is the story I told in my last video, my student loan transfer video, that I accidentally over-contributed towards my Roth IRA. And actually right now I have two Roth IRAs. Yeah, you can ask me about that in the comment section. A lot of people have, but I have one with TD Ameritrade. I just opened one with M1 Finance, which some people were like, why'd you open one with M1 Finance if you wanted to use Vanguard? Some people questioned why I use Vanguard, which are all good questions. I like your guys' questions. They get me to think about why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that hopefully I'm not doing something just because someone else is doing something, but I have actually thought through the decision-making progress. But anyway, I have 2 Roth IRAs open right now. That's a problem to fix for another time. But right now, my total Roth IRA amount is $1,497.29. Cool. Just to give a quick brief breakdown of that, my TD Ameritrade Roth IRA is actually has gone down, I think, by $40 or something, which, whatever. This is Roth IRA's long-term stuff. The TD Ameritrade one is held in a Fidelity zero expense index fund or something like that. So, and then the other Roth IRA is the M1 Finance, and that one is 4 different Vanguard ETFs that don't really overlap. They just kind of cover the market broadly. Then we have the taxable stocks, the taxable brokerage account, which I still have open with my TD Ameritrade account, and that actually has gone down. It is $2,146.75. I haven't contributed to that in over a year, but it has gone down because most of my holdings, I think other than one of the stocks I have, are all down. Some of them are down by a few bucks. Some of them are down by a couple $100. Since I purchased them. Maybe not since May of 2022, which was a couple months ago. But what that gives us the opportunity to see now, because we filled out this entire column, is the total value of my assets, which is $217,890.50, which, as you guys can see, was quite the jump from May of $208,000. The number I need to put here is not my total assets, because that would not give me what I'm looking for. It is my total assets minus my liabilities. So I need to subtract from my assets my liabilities. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little formula, and we are going to say this number subtracted by this number. Then we should get, yes, that looks more like it. So $13,799.03 is my current net worth. So just to recap here, I started filming these types of videos back in March of 2021, where I had an estimated net worth of negative $56,000. Today, I have a net worth of $13,000, and this number is not correct. Let's fix that. So I have a year-to-date change, well, from March of 2021, since I started filming these videos, a change of $69,799.03, which is really nice. That's quite a large change towards my net worth. I don't know why this star that it made here doesn't have the number, but you guys can see nice trajectory here. This is back in March. Hopefully you guys can see this on the screen. This is back in March down here at negative 56,000, and then boom, we're way up here. I'm going to need to start making either a bigger graph or taking these off of here so you guys can see it better. But doing pretty good in terms of my net worth growth. As you guys can see, that's a total growth from the last time I filmed a video like this of $10,163.55. Not bad in 2 months, I'd say, for myself. The last time I had a growth that big in terms of the time between filmings looks like December, where I had one of just a little over that amount, $10,396, and that was from September to December. So that was an even bigger time frame. So this is just 2 months, and I've had that nice growth. Pretty nice. I'll take it. So as you could all see, my net worth this month actually grew quite substantially since the last time I filmed this back in May, which I'm pleased to say that's happening. It's nice to even with the crazy amount of increase in prices all around us, July is actually one of those months for me that I've had probably the most expensive budgeting month of all, just because there's been stuff that I've needed and groceries are up and gas is up and all of that. But it's nice to see, even with all those things going up, so too is my net worth. Obviously, your net worth doesn't always correlate to how easy things are from month to month in terms of your budget, but it does give a little bit of an overall picture of your financial security, especially if you have low amounts of liabilities or debt and high amounts of assets. Other than that, things are looking pretty good. I thank you guys all for joining me on this journey. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like watching videos like this, where I track net worth in my financial journey with you guys, and I try to be as accurate as possible with the numbers and be as transparent as possible with what's going on in my life and financially, I would say, then be sure to subscribe, like this video if you've liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.